All right, good morning. It is 7:27 on Monday, March 21st. This is our first day of coding. So I'm going to try to go slow here so that you guys can understand the process of coding. Okay, the process of coding. Coding is very simple. Everybody thinks it's this big, huge body of all this code put together, and it's really not. Just think about doing like a million-piece puzzle. How do you do a million-piece puzzle? You do the outsides first, right? You do one little piece of puzzle at a time. Is it really hard to connect two pieces of a puzzle at a time? No. You just connect two pieces, and then you connect one. Now you got three pieces. You connect another one. Now you got four pieces. Are you with me? That's exactly how coding is. It's called problem decomposition, and we break this down into smaller parts, and we're good to go, except I'm not recording. All right, good morning. This is like 51st dates here. I'll try this one more time. So, good morning. It's March 21st, and this is our very first day of coding. All right, so what is coding like? Coding is like problem decomposition, where you're breaking the problem down into small, tiny parts. The small parts are simple. So all you have to do is a couple simple steps. How do you run a marathon? You put your first step in front of the second step, and then the third step, and then the fourth step, and before you know, if you put enough steps together, guess what? You ran a marathon. You with me? How do you put a million-piece puzzle together? Piece by piece, right? Is it really hard to put two pieces together? No, and if you do that process over and over again a million times, guess what? You have a million-piece puzzle. Did you get it? You ready to go? All right, good. So, everybody look with me here. In your top right-hand corner, there is what we call blocks and designer. Okay? Blocks and designer. So, if I'm in the designer phase, I'm working on the GUI. Are you with me on that? Cool. If you go to the blocks phase, this is now you're underneath, you're in the hood of the car. Are you with me? You just opened up the hood of the car, and now you're looking at the engine. Do we have an engine in here? No. Is this app going to run? No. This app's not going to do anything right now. You could click every button you want. You could click on the voice button. You could click, and it's not. You could click on the camera, and it's not going to do anything. Why? Very good. Get yourself a piece of candy. Because we haven't put any code yet, and we haven't given it an engine, and we haven't put the pieces of the puzzle together and make this thing work. So who's ready to make this thing work? Raise your hands if you're ready to make this thing work. All right, very good. Here we go. So now, here's how I program. Are you ready? I'm going to go back to my designer, all right? And this designer becomes a checklist for me. Every button is a checklist, and I'm just going to go one button at a time. Does this button work? If the button doesn't work, I'm going to use this as a checklist, and I'm just going to use this as a checklist, go down the checklist, and make the checklist work. All right, you with me on that? So let's go back to blocks. Now, another thing that I do, and I like to do when I code, is I like to role play. Who knows what role playing is? What's role playing? When you act like something's going to happen, all right? Maybe you're in a football team and you just kind of role play and go through the plays, right? Or maybe you're on a basketball team and you say, okay, run this play, run this offense, and you just act like you're running the offense, okay? So we're going to act like we are running this app here, okay? So let's pick up our tablets. And what button do you think that I want to press first to start to make this app work? Well, click what? Yeah, okay, so the app's up and running. So here's our app, right? It's up and running. Which button do you think you're going to press first to get this app to run? Yeah. The red button? You want to start drawing on something first? Yeah. Yeah, you're going to take a picture first, all right? Who understands that? I'm going to take a picture first. Are you with me? All right, so I'm going to start right here with the camera button. If you're going to go through this app, you're probably going to click on the camera button, take a picture, send your picture to the canvas, and then we can start to draw on it. Who understands that? No one understands that? Okay, do it. Raise your hand if you understand that. If you don't understand it, then you can't program this. All right, so let's go back to blocks. So in my brain, I say, okay, I want to take a picture. So watch this. Everybody here? Everybody with me? Do you guys see where it says BTN take pic on the left side? Here, let me show you this real quick. This is how you use this left-hand side. Are you doing this with me? You guys need to click with me. I don't know why you're just sitting there. Look at this. If I click on control, look at all this stuff that's in control. You see that? Let's click on logic. There's your true, false, not, equal to, and. Click on math. If you want something to do with math, what do? Click on your math box. Okay, these are like these drawers again. Remember the toolbox and the drawers? So let's go to the text drawer. And I'm just showing you how to go here and look at this right now. Can everybody see what I'm doing? All right, so let's say you want something for a list. I'll show you how to use lists this year. This is really cool. Colors. Do you think we're going to use colors today? Yeah, we're going to have pen colors, right? So you're going to go to this here in a little bit. That's where you go get your colors. Variables. I'll show you how to use variables. Procedures. You can create your own procedures. Here's screen 1. Click on screen 1. Do you see how code blocks comes up for screen 1? Let's go to the horizontal arrangement drawer. You've got the BTN red button, BTN green. You just click on this and all these blocks for that comes up. Who understands what I'm doing? Okay. All right. So let's begin. I want to first click on my BTN take pic button. So I'm going to click on BTN take pic and I'm going to say, okay, when I click it, drag that when I click box over to your white space. Got it? Thumbs up? Okay. All right, so what do you want to happen when you click on this button? Now we're writing an event handler. Do you guys remember reading about event handlers? So now we're writing an event handler. The event handler is going to handle the event that you want to happen. Are you with me? All right, so what do you want to happen when you click on take picture button? Yeah. I want to take a picture. What do you think over here is going to take the picture? The camera. So go click on your camera, and you're going to call the camera to take a picture. And put that little purple box into the little brown box. Is that cool? That's it. So you just called the camera to take a picture. All right? Now, let's go back to camera. There's something else you have to learn here. Go back to camera. Look at the brown box above it. What does it say? After you're done taking the picture, guess what? You have to do something with the picture after you take the picture, okay? What do we want to do with it after we take the picture? Where should we send the picture? Where on our app are we going to send it to? What do we call that little box? You got to know what the little box is called. The what? The canvas. Very good. So let's go click on our canvas. Everybody understand that? Do you guys see how if you can say this to yourself, then coding is really simple. But if you don't know, if you don't know I need to send it to the canvas, guess what? You can't program this. Are you with me? So all you got to do is say, okay, what am I going to do? All right, I'm going to take a picture. Okay, after you take a picture, what am I going to do? Okay, after I take a picture, I'm going to send it to my canvas. So now you go over to canvas. Let's go click on canvas. And let's look through here and see what we could use. I can draw text on it. I could save it. Uh-oh, look at that. Set the background image. I want to set my background image to my picture that I just took. Okay? But guess what? Something's missing over here at the end. Do you guys see the puzzle piece is not there? All right, so do you guys see the little orange image button there? To me, I like to teach people, this is like those Mario coins. You guys ever played Mario and you got those coins over top of your head? What are you always doing with those coins? Yeah, you like bounce into them, right? And you see what's in there. Sometimes there's different stuffs in there, right? So I call these little Mario coins. Anytime you see these little Mario coins, you need to click on it and see what's in there. Okay? So I'm going to go hover over the image, and I'm going to grab the image, and I want to get the image. I want to get the image that I just took the picture of and put it in there. Thumbs up if you're with me. All right, very good. Now, let me teach you right now. Let's stop right here and pause. And let me show you how now you start to use your companion as a test and debug. Go ahead and pick your companion up. Your tablet. Yep. Okay, so on your tablet, you guys want to plug your tablets in. Keep your tablets plugged in, please, so that they're always charging. If right now, if you have a dead tablet because somebody didn't charge it, right, you're very frustrated. So you don't want to frustrate other people, and you don't want to frustrate yourself. So please keep them plugged in. All right, so right now you want to go to your apps, and you want to find our MIT AI2 companion. You should see a little Android dude with his eyes sticking up, just like I have over top my board, and just like you have in the top left-hand corner of your software. You want to click on that, and then you get this screen to come up. Everybody get the green, black, orange, and blue screen to come up. Okay, this is a test question. There's two ways of connecting your companion. You can connect with a code, or you can scan it in. I personally like to scan it in because it's quicker. Okay, so I'm going to hit the scan QR code, and then on your software, use your mouse and go up to your connect menu. Scroll up. If you're not there, scroll up. Press on the connect menu and connect AI companion. And then that QR code comes up, and all you do is scan it in. Scan that in, and then that should bring up your app. Okay? Wait for it. Once you scan it in, just wait a few seconds, and it's centering it wirelessly. So sometimes this takes a couple seconds. And if there it is. Okay, now, notice mine. Mine looks different than hers, right? My pictures did not come through. So this is what I do. Are you ready? I just go to connect, reset, and then hit the AI companion again. Go through your process again. Select the scan QR code, and this should scan through this time. And if it doesn't, try it again. Now my pictures came through. Do you guys see that? All right. Now, let's go ahead and click on our camera. It should work. Does your camera come up? Yeah, it does. My camera comes up. I take a picture. Please don't take a picture of someone in the room. And I hit check mark. And where does it go? Where did I send the picture to? The canvas. Did we tell it to go to the canvas? Yes, we did. Take a picture of something. Take a picture of something in the room. Take a selfie. Send it to the canvas and see if it works. Thumbs up if this works. Your iPad's dead. All right. Do you have an Android phone? Okay. Take a picture and see if it works. All right. Does it work? There you go. So now you have somewhat of a working program. All right. Let's go back. Put your tablets down. Let's go back to the code and continue to code. Everyone in here understand how to connect their AI companion. Is that pretty easy? Okay, go to connect. Yes, ma'am. We'll do that. You go to camera. You put in BTN. Okay, and then you go to camera and you drag in the purple box. I don't see a purple box in yours. Drag your purple box in. Who can help her on the right-hand side? Help her out. Yeah, jump over. Get a piece of candy. Guys, help each other out. If you know what you're doing, help your neighbor out. Okay? All right, what's next? Let's go back here. So now I'm role-playing, right? By the way, I like this canvas. Let's go ahead and put an image on our canvas. What's the screen image? Screen image is 776. So let's go to canvas. And now I can go to background image 776, hit OK. And there it is. Oh, that's cool. So now, until you take a picture, this is what you'll see. All right? But once you take a picture, it'll override this with the picture that you took. All right. So now, who knows what's going to happen next? What button do we want to press next and get to work? You just took a picture, you sent it to the canvas, and now what do we want to do in the app? Yes. What? It's not accepting that? All right, then you can keep building it, and I can, trust me, this code works. All right. What button do you want to hit next in your app? What do we want to get to work? The color buttons. Get yourself a piece of candy. I want to get all these color buttons to work. Are you with me? So that I can draw on my canvas. Are you guys with me on that? So we need to get red, green, blue, and the mystery color button to work. Are you with me? Here we go. Let's go back to blocks. So what am I going to click on over here to get the red button to work? Nope. I'm going to click on BTN red. You got to start with BTN red. Click. Okay? What gets the color? What are you painting on? The canvas. Very good. Get yourself a piece of candy. You want to go to your canvas and you want to say, hey, I want to set my paint color. Do you guys see it right down here? It says paint color. And what paint color do you think you're going to set it to if this is BTN red? Red. Wow. You go to colors and you find a red. Then you set that to red. Voila. Was that hard? No. The green one? What are you painting on? What are we painting on? The canvas. So you go to your canvas and you go in here and you find where it sets the paint color in canvas. There it is in canvas. Okay? Do you see how if you can tell yourself what you're painting on, if you can tell yourself, then you just go look in that little drawer and find out what what puzzle piece you can drag in there. Okay? Thumbs up if you have red working. Thumbs up if you have red working. Okay? Who has red working in here? Only one person, two people? All right, so do we want to get the blue one and the green one to work? Yes, watch this. Guys, I'm a big fan of working smarter, not harder. Are you with me? So watch this. Don't do this yet. Just watch me do it first, and then you can do it. All eyes up here, please. Do you think the blue button and the green button are going to be pretty similar to the red button? Yeah. Watch this. Right-click, duplicate. Right-click, duplicate. See what I did? Now watch this. It's going to give you an error. Don't worry about it. I'm going to go, okay, I want this to be the green button. What color do I want this to be? Green. Okay, watch this. What color? I want this to be the blue button. What color do I want this to be? Blue. Done. Do you see what I just did? Do you see how I duplicated? This is like copy and paste in Microsoft Word. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. If something's alike, duplicate it and then just change it. Thumbs up. You understand how I did that? Go ahead and do that. And now you should have, if you want to run it again, right? Oh, guess what? It won't work though. I know why. You know why? What makes us paint? Because you set the paint color to red, blue, and green doesn't mean you're painting. How are we going to paint on our canvas? Act out the app again, right? You take a picture. What are you going to draw with on your canvas? Your what? Your finger. Very good. And what are we going to do with our finger to get it to draw? What are you doing with your finger to make it draw? And what am I drawing on? The canvas. Very good. So let's go to canvas. In order for us to make it draw, we got to tell the canvas to do something. Now watch this. Go up here. Are you ready? We're going to do a finger drag on the canvas. Okay? We're going to do a finger drag. I'm going to do BTN mystery here in a second because it's a little bit more in depth. All right? But yeah, we are going to do BTN mystery today. Just hang on. We got to get it to draw first. So does everybody see how I got the canvas picture frame dot drag? So you have to tell yourself, right? You got to say, okay, how am I going to paint? Well, I'm going to drag my finger. Okay, so that's the canvas drag event. Are you with me? Now, what are we really drawing? Go back to canvas. Let's search through canvas. What am I really drawing? When you're dragging, you're really drawing a, what is it? What am I really dragging and drawing? Nope. I'm really drawing a line. Okay? What I'm really dragging is a line. Now that line may be curved. I could draw curved lines, but I'm really drawing a line. Okay? All right, once again, remember I taught you about these coins? Remember all these coins up here? What should you do when you see these coins up here? You should bump them and see what's in there, okay? So guess what? This X1 is going to be my previous X. This Y1 is going to be my get previous Y. This X2 is going to be my current get current X, and my Y2 is going to be get my current Y. Okay? And now you should be drawing a line from the previous X to the next X that you drag to. Every time you drag your finger, it sets an XY coordinate. And when you drag to a different coordinate, it goes from the previous coordinate to the current coordinate where you're at now, and you're drawing a line. Who understands what I just did? Nobody? Who understands what I just did? Good. Go ahead and get that set. Go ahead and pick up your tablet, and let's try to run that. Take a picture. I'm going to take a picture of my real pretty coffee cup. Hit the check mark. And can you draw a red line on it? Can you draw a green line on it? Can you draw a blue line on it? Mine is a, yes it is. Okay? All right. Let's go have some fun now. Let's do a mystery button. So when I click on, I'm going to go to the mystery button, and when I click it, what do we want to happen when we click on the mystery button? All right. This is a great lesson right now on variables. Okay? So you're going to go ahead and you're going to initialize a global variable. All right, we need some variables here. We need a red, green, and blue value. All right, so I can show you this right now. The mystery button, you're going to set, I'll duplicate this, set the background color, but it's going to be a mystery color. So you go to colors right here, and you go down, and I want to make my very own individual cool color. But it's going to be a mystery. So in this mystery, we need 3 pieces to the puzzle. Make color is in my color box. What? You just drag in mystery, click, And then here you go .paint. Here you make a color and you make a list. All right, in this list we need three things. We need a red value, and you're going to set that to a mathematical 0. These have math values, so you put a 0 in there. Now I'm going to duplicate this. Now I'm going to duplicate it again. I need three things. Okay, now I need a green value. And now down here I need a blue value. Every color on your computer is made up of RGB. RGB stands for red, green, and blue. And red, green, blues go from 0 to 255. So, mathematically, I'm going to get a random color. So I'm going to go to my math box. And I'm going to get a random integer here. And I better do this down here. Actually, you know what? I don't need those, but that's cool. You learn how to make variables anyway. So this is going to go from 0 to 255, and you're going to copy this, and you're going to copy this, and that's how you get red, green, and blue. So what this stands for is this is your red value, your green value, your blue value. Okay, actually, let's do this a little bit differently so that you does make sense to you. All right, so this is how you use variables. You're going to set. You're going to set. See the red? Okay, and then I can duplicate that. Duplicate that, and then this is going to be either set the green value. This is going to be set the blue value. This is going to be a better way of doing this. And I'll show you how to use variables in here. Variables are very good to learn how to use right away. Okay, so I'm glad we're starting this on our very first one. All right, so now I need to set these variables in here. So you go to get a variable. So you set variables and you get variables. This is the red value. Copy. Copy. What value do you think this is going to be? Green value. The next one's going to be the blue value. Red, green, blue. So you see how I did that? I could have done it the other way. It would have worked. But what I showed you right here is how to use variables. And variables are very important. Why do you have variables? Variables remember things for you in your game. So let's say you're playing Pac-Man, right? Pac-Man, you probably have a number of lives that Pac-Man has, right? Pac-Man starts out at like 3 lives. If you get killed, you're down to 2 lives. We would subtract 1 off. Pac-Man also has a score, right? You guys ever played video games where you have scores? Well, if you have a video game that has a score, you need to keep a score variable. And you do exactly what I would just do, okay? And you would duplicate this variable right here, and you say, okay, I want a score value. Okay, so you'd go down in here and say, okay, I want my score. We don't really need this today, but I'll just explain this to you because I think this will make sure. So when you start out the game, what's your score equal to? 0, right? And then as you get points, when something happens, when you collide with a dot, you're going to say, okay, score is equal to score plus 1. Okay? Do I need this here? Are we going to have a score today? No. Unless you wanted to. Every time they drew a dot or something, you could have score. I mean, it's up to you what you want. All right, so I'll leave that there, even though we're not going to use it. So this is my mystery button. And now you can go ahead and connect your AI companion. Connect it again, learn how to connect it. And connect the MIT. And I'm going to take a picture. Actually, it's pretty cool that you guys can draw on that really cool background screen. And then hit your mystery button. I got purple. That time I got pink. That time I got a yellow. That time I got a teal. Are you guys with me on this? So my mystery button's working. So if you get this code in, your mystery button will work. Okay? So let's go back to my checklist and let's see what we have working, what we don't have working. All right, so I have the camera button working. Is that correct? Do I have the red button working? Yeah. Do I have the green button working? Yeah. Do I have the blue button working? Yes. Do I have the mystery button working? Yes. My mystery button's working. You need to get it done. I'll show you my code. You can go back to it. So what down here is not working? Erase and voice. Very good. So now we can just, do you guys see how I'm doing that? This becomes your little checklist. The button either works or it doesn't. So now I want to just go down my list and just check off one thing at a time. So what I'm ready to do right now is do the erase button. This is really easy. So when I click on erase, what do I need to erase? What gets erased? 5 minutes left. This will be the last thing we do today. What gets erased? The color on what? On the canvas. So you have to say what holds, you know. So yeah, the colors get erased, but the colors are just on the canvas. The canvas is the parent device that's holding this. So when I hit the erase button, I'm going to go to CNB pick frame, and I'm going to go dot clear. I'm going to say, okay, clear yourself. Get rid of all the painting. So that just cleared all the paint. And that's it. You tell it to clear. What happens when the canvas clears itself? It gets rid of all the paint. Okay? Now, some people like to get creative and they say, I don't want to clear the canvas. I want to like erase my last line. That's a lot tougher to do. It's not as easy as it sounds. The only thing I knew how to do was to like make the paint color white and start to, you know, put white on top of what you just did. But when you have a picture behind it, it doesn't really go that well. I'm going to stop there for today, and we're going to do voice recognition tomorrow. Okay? What's that? Yeah, there it is right there. Would you guys, does any of you need this printed off? Okay, I'll arrange blocks vertically, and I'll hit download blocks as an image. And it should be downloading my blocks as an image. There it is, and I'll hit print. And can I just put one or two of these at each table? Can you guys leave them there? And if you need this for tonight, you can do this. And I need to stop my video.